Forget the huge towers stretching to the heavens. While man constructs upward, nature's true builders labor silently all around us. Down at our very feet, unheralded, they construct wonders so intricate that even top engineers cannot match. Their masterpieces fly in the face of logic, warp the laws of physics, and present us with a form of creativity not set down on drawings but inscribed in the very fabric of their being. These architects are birds, creatures so small yet so skilled, building structures that challenge gravity with nothing more than beaks, claws, feathers, mud, and fiber. Theirs is a world of hanging socks, floating cradles, mud towers, and fortresses woven from grass, and each nest tells a story of survival, seduction, and strategy. Ready to witness something extraordinary? Let's explore the lives of these great builders and the legacy of their works. If this kind of story touches your heart, if you're someone who cares about truth, responsibility, and speaking up for the voiceless, please like this video, subscribe to our channel Spark Science, and share it with someone who should hear it. Let's get started. Consider the BA weaver, for example. They say nature doesn't have architects, but the BA weaver is there to disprove them. In South Asia's monsoon months, male BA weavers become one-bird construction units. Each chooses a high thorny branch above water, safe from snakes and rats, then starts his weaving ceremony. Working with strands of grass or palm leaves, some 60 centimeters long, he weaves more than 3,000 loops to form a suspended structure resembling a sock. Within 8 days or so, the nest evolves to its helmet stage. Marketing follows. The male sings, flutters, and promotes his half-finished masterpiece. If a female comes to look and accepts, he finishes the entrance tunnel that stretches for so long. Otherwise, he tears down his own construction and begins anew, even going through the process 20 times in a season. Entire colonies consisting of 20 to 60 nests bob together, slanted precisely away from monsoon winds like small storm shelters. Myths used to tell of BA weavers sticking fireflies onto their nests for light, but science dispelled that one too. Scientists found that males instead used clay and dung as support. Nests mounted higher on slender branches were the safest and most productive, a testament to generations of instinctual engineering. But if the BA weaver's sock-like wonder is a lesson in persistence, the Montezuma oropendola is theater hung from Central America's trees. The females of this bird weave pouch-shaped nests out of vines and fibers, suspending them from lofty branches like nature's chandeliers. They suspend some of these barely 2 feet hanging, others more than 6 feet long, cradles, in which the eggs are sheltered from the wind and predators. 30 or so of them, 30 or so pendulous cradles, are held by the colonies, and some champion trees bear more than 170. But within each, the purpose is single, 2 speckled eggs, most often only 1 chick to survive. Stern, but effective. Myths say these birds construct near hornet nests for defense. Amazingly, that legend is true. The cowbirds and parasites are driven away by wasps, and the oropendola's presence scares away bees that would disturb the hornets, a silent collaboration braided among the branches. Males, on the other hand, swing upside down, spread their yellow tails, and give bubbling calls like instruments of the past, their performances choreographed as if members of an orchestra beneath the very nests the females construct. Farther south, in the Kalahari Desert, sociable weavers extend the concept of community to another plane altogether. They construct nests not for a year, but for generations. These multi-chambered, haystack-shaped forts teeter on trees or telephone poles, some taking more than a decade to complete, reaching widths of more than 10 feet and weighing nearly a ton. There is room inside for 500 birds in as many as 100 separate chambers. The design is brilliant, winding tunnels open into insulated rooms that stay cool when it's hot outside and warm when it's cold. The temperatures within are a stable 21 to 24 degrees Celsius, no matter what the weather is. These nests can last a century, cared for and added to year by year, handed down like living memorials. And they're not exclusive. Pygmy falcons, vultures, finches, skinks, even snakes call their twisted walls home. In Kalahari mythology, these nests shine like holy temples, centers of life and permanence, evidence that architecture can be at once survival and heritage. From twigs to spit, the cave swiftlet constructs with nothing but its own biology. Existing in dark Southeast Asian caves, these tiny birds create nests out of hardened spit. A pair of birds constructs over 35 days, strand by strand, a delicate cup that adheres to vertical stone. Weighing only 6 grams, a single nest can accommodate 2 adult birds and their eggs. Thousands of these white cups cluster like flowers on rock walls in extensive cave systems such as Gamantong in Borneo. For thousands of years, humans have exploited them for birds' nest soup, a luxury food once thought to revitalize the elderly and the infirm. The red nests were thought to be more potent, but science showed their color results from guano acid, not magic. Nevertheless, their saliva yields unusual proteins and minerals still researched by modern medicine. Overexploitation came close to making them extinct, but conservation saved them. In caves sheltered between 2000 and 2008, swiftlet populations increased by nearly 40%, evidence that moderation can restore what greed almost destroyed. On the forest ground, the ovenbird performs another miracle. Instead of nesting in trees or cliffs, this bird builds domed nests concealed in the undergrowth. Built out of grass, twigs, and bark, the nest is like a little clay oven with a side door, perfectly disguised under leaves. It only takes 5 days to construct, and within lies a cozy chamber for speckled eggs. It's strategically positioned, entrances tend to face downhill, avoiding detection by predators above. And if danger appears too close, the mother acts in a decoy mode, pretending to be injured to divert threats away. Every nest is different, none are identical, and in villages in South America, they are charms to ward off drought. To destroy one is thought to be unlucky, so human beings pay respect to the ovenbird's workmanship. Robert Frost even enshrined their song and craftsmanship in poetry, evidence that the human imagination delights in the similarity of bird skill. From earth to rock faces, cliff swallows are collective masons of the bird world. They collect thousands of mud pellets, transporting them in their beaks to build gourd-shaped pods. With narrow entrance tunnels and dense walls, their nests are heat-resistant and predator-proof. What sets them apart is size. Colonies reach into the thousands of nests, crammed side by side under bridges or canyon walls. Males and females both cooperate, lining their rooms with feathers and grass, taking turns incubating eggs and feeding young. Yet not all swallows are honest. Some practice brood parasitism, sneaking their eggs into neighbors' nests. Despite this, the architecture holds. Each pod is carefully balanced, its center of gravity calculated by instinct, making them resilient against storms and rain. A form of natural 3D printing, perfected long before humans thought to mold mud into shelter. Nesting in high swampy rookeries, the wood stork builds extensive platforms of sticks, up to 5 feet in width. In its colonies hung high above deep water, several dozen pairs construct side by side, protected from raccoons and predators on the ground. Construction is done in mere days, lined with leaves and cemented with guano, sturdy enough to support delicate chicks. Although folklore formerly confused their identity with white storks that supposedly bring babies, wood storks deliver fish, snapping them up quicker than an eye blink. Next is the Penduline tit, a small bird of remarkable dishonesty. It constructs suspensory pouches from wool, plant fibers, and spider silk, including decoy openings. A decoy opening misleads predators, and the actual opening is concealed behind a flap of spiderweb. Some nests contain even 2 rooms, a false and a true, a trapdoor mansion gently swaying. Fine, cozy, and secure, the nests also function as shows. Females select males with the most accurate craftsmanship. Larger nests are shown to be warmer, and the construction frequently takes a week of constant spinning. People once admired them so greatly that they converted them into slippers and handbags. On the mudflats, flamingos shape their nests into tall cones. Couples construct in tandem, using bills and feet to mold damp mud into towers almost half a meter tall, each with a shallow crater on top to cradle a single egg. Height is a defense against floodwaters, and the moist walls chill the egg as evaporation brings natural air conditioning. In flamboyance colonies, thousands of cones are tightly packed in dense grids a meter or less apart. After chicks hatch, they stay put on their nests for a week before contributing to communal nurseries cared for by all as parents come back with crop milk, a nutrient-dense secretion that nourishes them through their delicate weeks. Legend said flamingos use sticks or rocks in building, but the reality is all mud, shaped by instinct and cooperation. Woodpeckers, nonetheless, extend construction to a whole new level, digging. Their hardened skulls and chisel bills burrow directly into the trunks of trees, hollowing out dugout chambers. The red-cockaded woodpecker, for instance, digs living pine trees over years to create nesting chambers only after choosing judiciously. Such chambers benefit not only themselves but whole ecosystems. Deserted cavities serve as residences for owls, bats, insects, and other birds, forming what experts refer to as a nest web. Woodpeckers by no means decimate forests but rather engineer diversity, their physiology even influencing human innovation, such as helmet padding and shock-absorbing cameras. While woodpeckers excavate, southern masked weavers spin flamboyantly. Males spend breeding seasons working up to 25 nests, each made from grass blades and reeds. Oval domes with entrance at the bottom swing like decorations, watertight and predator-proof. But these nests fulfill another function, attraction. After completion, the male sings and flutters, showing off his work. If spurned, he dismantles it and begins again, honing his skills. Research indicates that males become better with experience, spinning tighter, neater designs. Females, meanwhile, line selected nests with feathers for warmth, providing